a little bit of an unfortunate pick, but it does give him tower hitter. Is one good thing.
The build I've been seeing is typically diffusal first, and then you go wherever. I mean, you're a carry. You kind of adapt your build based on what your opposing team is and how the game's going.
I've seen a lot of Maelstroms, but I think it's always PLs is the reason why. It seems like it's always games that PLs are in. Grab that. A couple Monkey King bars. Builds all over the place.
Yeah. Imagine you almost we'll definitely see a BKB at some point. Not the first item, but come out. Deso was kind of the classic go-to item for a long period of time. But this is a hero definitely coming into the group stage. I know a lot of people talking about, seeing it in pubs all over the place, and felt like teams were going to definitely be playing some Clinks.
Now that's a pick that wasn't necessarily expecting.
That's a throwback really for Jarek, so.
It's true. It's not really the most popular hero right now, but in terms of chasing and gap close, he's really effective. You're chasing a Bloodseeker down, shards him off, snowballs chase him. Even like punch and stuff is pretty effective. And
Clinks is similar to Bloodseeker in that he is very mobile. You need lockdown against this hero. And that's good against Clinks for the same reason.
And you can also save people a lot in this game, actually. Like, Nyx goes on a guy, snowball save him. Clinks Orchid's a guy, snowball save him. There's a big Bloodseeker Bloodright, pull everybody in, wait till it explodes, and then jump out. So there's defensively, Tusk can be really effective this game if played correctly.
Yeah. Like the hero a lot. Gives them a way to kind of secure their lanes a bit. Use that Ice Shard's block trick to kind of pull the offlane lane a bit back, and could see OG run Pugnin any either mid or off lane. Tiny can go safe lane or mid. Seems that Liquid are expecting it mid with the Troll Ban, one of Anna's heroes that he played quite a bit of back in the day.
Who played Troll a lot?
Anna, at least here or there. I mean, I remember
they won Kiev with it.
Yeah, because of winning Kiev. Like, it wasn't the signature. That's for sure.
Yeah, I remember that pick was a bit undone at the time.
I think you're right. It's not really an Anna hero. It's just he had that one iconic.
Yeah, you win $1 million. Yeah, I think we'll give him the iconic for it. That's a fair response, especially in a draft that seemed kind of hard for them to win. Good tournament. This tournament's good too, though. And OG's last pick is going to be a Morphling. So range cores against Clinks is oftentimes a little dangerous. So I'm not completely sold, but he can also become Clinks himself and then be a better version of Clinks as Morphling. So that's kind of cool.
Played this earlier today. Some of the other casts were telling me he got that allied morph ability with like an Invoker and some other heroes on his team.
Like an
Earthshaker Totem, I don't know how it works with Tiny Tree Grab. Can you grab a tree and then morph back?
Yes,
what happens?
You get the bonus damage,
Sick. Sounds great. I want to see some of that.
Avatar, snowballs. I mean, Stealing Strafe is broken in a lot of ways. Like it's all ranged attacks, all projectiles basically. Anything Clinks throws at you, you're gonna dodge. And that's just so good to have on a 15-second cooldown. Great ability.
Also, for the viewers out there wondering, what's going on? There's a lot of games going on. Both these teams had a draw earlier today. So OG, probably one of the rougher day one schedules, had to verse LGD and now Liquid.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put them on my fantasy. I'm just like, no way. These games are really hard matchups.
They got a draw. If they can, I mean, they're down 1-0, but if they can walk away with a draw here, that's a great day one. A couple of draws against the two best teams on paper in your group.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 best.
As for Liquid, they also got a draw. They drew surprisingly against Fnatic, almost lost both games actually. So in a group stage where everyone's getting these draws and very even, you need to start getting some wins if you want to try and secure that upper bracket.
It's been very few 2-0s, but I'm sure that as the meta is kind of all flooding together right now, that there will be a lot of unexpected upsets where people are just slightly off on things. And especially as like first day of group stage is done and coaches start coming in and saying like, this is what's been really good today. I think that's where things really change a lot. So day one is always a little bit sloppy in the first place. It's going to be a core Kunkka.
What are we looking at? Kuro's picked up Clinks. There's going to be some swaps, or
is this some EG troll right here?
Yeah, they saw EG. They're like, Kuro's like, fly, bro. You want to play Clinks? Watch me do it.
I mean, it's not uncommon for Liquid to do something like this, where Miracle's like, I feel like playing support guys.
The second I saw the Kunkka, I'm like, Kunkka Nyx support duo. That sounds bad now. I almost feel like the Kunkka is Miracle's hero. He's been playing it in pubs quite a bit.
Is Clinks a support thing? Sure. I mean, you could zone a hero with Syrian arrows, but
that hero cannot play as a support. I refuse to believe that, Purge. Until I see it.
What if you buy? I have no idea how you transition. Laning stage, you can do support things, zone heroes, stuff like that. Yeah. Totally. But yeah, once you hit like mid game, there's.
I was just expecting Kuro to pick up the Prophet and play that 5 position. Is that what Matu's doing? It may be. Who knows what we're in for? These teams are, basically saying, this group stage, let's try some new stuff.
So did they? So did you fully understand that what happened with EG? My understanding was that it was like you're not allowed to swap players or heroes multiple times.
Yeah. And the fact that the manager was saying, you know, they weren't allowed to swap seats means they did not intend those players to be playing those heroes. Because otherwise it's not an issue. It's just like, well, why are they swapping seats? They, you know, Fly was intended to play Clinks.
So this is either like a repeat example.
No way.
It did swap. Okay. Crow's playing.
No, that's not Kuro. That's Miracle is that's
No blood.
is it Matu on the
Matu's
Prophet?
playing support Prophet.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, this actually makes a little bit more sense because it's a hero that's a support or whatever, but he can transition, absolutely. So maybe that's the thought. Matumba's like maybe their second best Nature's Prophet, and therefore put him on that, and then like Kuro transition. Like they're
So people kind of went crazy with the whole EG happening. This, I would say this is still crazy, but nowhere near the same level, because this is Kuro, a guy who has played carry. He actually played a DPC event as carry when Miracle was just taking a break. So Kuro playing carry is not like the most bonkers thing ever. Like Fly doing that is like Fly doesn't even play carry in pubs.
So does this mean GH is gonna have actually 0 items this game? Because he's gonna be buying the wards, right?
I mean, Matu's a Prophet. That's a hero that can get some good wards down. I'm gonna go TP and deep.
Does Matu buy wards though?
He may. He's a big Prophet player though. Back when Prophet was a safe laner, he was one of the players who was running it more than most.
Yeah, that's true.
And perhaps it's a comfort thing. Kuro's like, you know, I can play a Clinks. It's simple, one-dimensional. You right-click heroes, single target, no skill needed. Matu, man, that hero is too much micro. You play.
So Liquid's going to grab 3 bounty runes. One of the benefits is the trance there. It's very hard to contest that while winning a trade. So they're just going to have to take the loss and head to the lane, see if they can make something out of it. The Tusk Pugna dual lane, very good at gap closing. Definitely have the kill potential on Nature's Prophet. They got to worry about the trance though. And then in the mid lane, it's going to be a Kunkka versus a Morphling.
So OG didn't perhaps send Tiny mid how we maybe expected. And it's going to be not Anna on Morphling, but Thompson this time around.
Yeah, a little different here.
Yep.
Switching up.
Tweaks all over the place.
I mean, he's blowing Kunkka up in the mid lane. That's a whole salve already gone.
Kunkka did make him miss every single last hit as well, though, at the same time. So we'll see if Kunkka can do any better under his tower. Gets one with a deny, gets a second as well. So Miracle will salve and Tango, but at least has a slight CS advantage.
Interesting lane so far. Buck on the top lane, it's a Bloodseeker plus Nyx Assassin up against a Chen and a Tiny. And he does end up going for the Penitence, just trying to brass Bloodseeker. I think that makes more sense because Bloodseeker is one of those heroes that if he gets off to a really good start, he kind of gets out of control. So, I mean, focus on zoning him as much as you can.
I like what Jerix is doing, you know, this 5-position Prophet with Blightstone and Treants. You can't really lane against him, so you're going to pull waves.
Taking a lot of damage. Good body block so far.
They may actually kill Seb here if he's not careful. Okay.
Very high damage.
Yeah. Often you see Clinks go to lane with a Blightstone. This time around, you know, his buddy's got one, which means he can get a couple more slippers, double slippers, and he's feeling pretty good about himself.
Man, this Prophet support thing just gave them this weird laning advantage where they just can't deal with the trees very well. It's going to be a while till they can. They might be able to catch Crow, though. Snowball coming in. Lands a disable, but not able to bring Seb with him, a little bit too far away. So he could have still gone invis, I guess. But forcing this.
Don't know if he wants. Nice. He doesn't want a level skeleton walk.
Absolutely.
A lot of these Clinks we're seeing going like 2-2-0 build. He's using the strafe as a defensive tool.
So not able to get advantage there. Jerix is trying to outlast hit the pull in the meantime. Mid lane, it's a 9-1 versus 7-3 Morphling, so pretty even.
Yep. Morph is about to get a wave under his tower, so it's actually is even. It's Thompson. And it's got Miracle fairly low, but as vice versa, Miracle has Thompson low. And that's great for the Bloodseeker. This low HP hero mid is giving him some extra damage and movement speed. Gonna be bottom though, where Matu does get brought down.
Didn't catch that one. They got a big kill. Clarity Potion pop for Jerix as well, so this barely costs them in the slightest. Nice opening for them.
It's one of those early kills, and I think at the same time, doesn't really hurt Matu that much. He's a 5 position. He's going to just TP right back in.
Queuing up the phase boots. He knows he wants to be a core.
Yeah.
He's playing one. He's not there yet. That's all.
This is Dota now. You just don't have supports in your team.
Topson might be in trouble mid here. He's gonna take some damage. They'll start the morph.
Fairy Fire as well. Miracle punishing the fact that he even gets greedy, going for a couple extra last hits here as Morphling gets his bottle up, but doesn't have that full agi efficiency to use these bottle charges you often want to have.
Yeah,
He's going agi now. He's like, there's a rune down here, and he won't get it though because the treants will deny it.
Caught it.
Nice.
Just kidding. No. Way off. Skeleton Walk, good ability sometimes. Do they have dust? Nope. And that one was just an ice shard too. That must have been a pretty big mistake by Kuro. Maybe one of those things doesn't happen if you play Core Morph then.
Blood right following the Impale. We'll silence up Anna, but here's a Centaur Conqueror with a stun. He needs to find a hero to use it on. Will hit Mind Control, but not sure they've got the damage here with the tree grab wearing out. Anna
picks up level 4.
gets a single point in the toss here, but he still needs to find Mind Control, who pretty damn fast and chewing his way in the trees for a TP. Anna has an avalanche. Guesses wrong though. Even using a scan there, but realize his folly shortly after.
It's gonna be very close. Blast will kill him at least, so they'll trade here. But better for Team Liquid on the Radiant side here.
Yep.
A lot of fighting going on so far.
Scenario you're pretty happy about as a Bloodseeker, but only 1 point in the thirst. You could see even when a couple, like there was a hero mid on 10% health, he actually didn't have that much damage or movement speed.
Yeah, the nerf really making a big difference
Yeah.
recently. 7% level 1. Used to be like 16. They're going to chase Tiny a little bit, but almost no way to follow up here. Much of anything else. Once again, Tomoman's been doing a great job checking range. Finds a haste here. Hard kill to snag though. This might do it. There's the stun. Nope, not enough damage.
Here comes Prophet though. May not expect this one. Tops has gone full agi and Matu punishes it. You know, he's
Really
a Morph player himself. He knows what Morph wants to do there and punishes his greed. Will likely bring down Jerex as well. He's getting the sigil before he even kills off Jerex. That extra bit of gold going his way. Nicely played by
Such a good
Matu.
rotation. Oh, they might be able to get Miracle though. He's got a stun. He's 9 seconds until the X. Seb's blocking has been pretty effective, and yeah.
Some great body blocks. His Morph comes in, one of the last hit, I believe, but couldn't quite get there in time for it, although he did get the XP. And top lane,
Ended up getting a combo kill.
Yeah.
So, and he was blood raged on Tiny as well. I don't know if he's expecting to pick up a kill there, or just trying to help his opponent a little bit, but.
One nice thing about Chen, you send him back, and then he immediately TPs back to lane, because No-Tail's in trouble up top, but Tiny Anna's showing up. Is in a bit of a awkward position because he's alone against 3 heroes, so he doesn't actually have a way to get any kills out of this.
I mean, at least they did lower the HP of Prophet though. So he's going to be semi-zoned here. Can't TP back, so a rare time where he feels like he doesn't get efficiency on the map. But either way, getting the kills is making all the difference here. Kuro kind of zoned from lane at this point. 19 last hits on him. At the very least, he's going to have to use a Shrine, but definitely having some trouble. And Pugna's really paying for itself here in the offlane.
So last game, even against some counters, Pugna had a very good time and pushed towers early with the team, so...
Jerex picks up a DD in the mid lane. This could be dangerous here for Miracle.
Yeah, Morphling's rotating in. Has got a salve and bottle charges, but yeah, as you said, Miracle should be able to use the Ghost Ship if needed. The stolen form here, Thompson. Oh, what a snowball dodge! Dodges the Ghost Ship, and now Thompson with the stolen Kunkka form is going to X-back Miracle. Making sure they can kill him off here. Rotating in his Seb to help make sure they can get the kill on GH. Does get a Carapace out. Looks like GH should go down. Decrypt and a blast. Seb will get the last hit. As there was also some action up top. Chen and Nyx trading... No, Chen and Bloodseeker trading their lives.
Not bad for them. And it does lose a lot of HP in this trade though.
He needs to send back.
Low. Nature's Prophet's doing so much damage right now. He should be able to catch up, yeah, to one more hit. I think that's it. He's got a magic stick though.
Oh, it's gonna be close. He gets just barely away in the shrine. Can he get out of this one? Yes. Oh, Anna's gonna turn around. He Quelling Blaze out of the Sprout, and Anna wants to bring down Matu. Elsewhere, Kuro goes down again, not having the best of times here. Anna, uh-oh.
Round 2.
Such a topsy-turvy laning stage as he gets silenced, and this time there's no shrine to fall back from. He's like, where's my Chen? I need a send back, and No-Tail.
Okay, it's gonna buy some time though.
Oh, mind control. Does he chase for this one? Doesn't look like he can, and No-Tail, can't TP out in time.
Oh, the troll creep. He gets him. Oh, No-Tail is actually owning with Micro right now. That was pretty sick. A buyback from a Tomoman though. Where's he going?
He wants to get the kill. On Tiny. He killed the Tiny with his ultimate.
With his ultimate, okay.
He bought back ultis and kills Tiny.
That's 400 gold. Wow.
Bloodseeker gave the vision. He's able to do that.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's worth
nice
it.
grab. Yep. Lost like, yeah, 300, got 400. Definitely worth it.
Definitely a very odd game so far, I feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. It's hard to read like who's winning right now. I'm really not sure.
Rupture up top. Anna needs to get out of this blood right. Will do so, but by doing so, he also takes quite a bit of rupture damage. Seb shows up to stop the TP out, and that's a dieback in a sense. 30 seconds down. Not a lot normally, but this is just 8 minutes in for a 5-position support.
Notel finding GH here on the bot lane, trying to gank on Clinks, but gonna go maybe the other way around. Kuro looking to grab Chen. A couple attacks. 1 net, 2 net. Here comes Tusk as well. They block him in. Doesn't have 6 yet on Tusk, so it's gonna be hard to get the kill, but great stun. Kuro still wants to play around this.
Yep. His death pact is actually worn off. He's lost that bonus health, so
they just don't do damage though.
I'd say these two supports and Nature's Prophet, he does do damage. He drops an ultimate to bring him down as Chen drops and he's looking for Jerix as well. Does have a snowball. Get to a creep wave here, but unfortunately can't really TP out with GH hunting him down with the Impale.
That's a hard one.
The Impale, does he
now
go
he TPs?
TP?
Okay, that was the wrong. I'm surprised he TP'd or stunned there.
I don't know either, but
Crow's gonna find Notel here.
You know, decided that that kill's not gonna be worth it. Notel needs to juke around these trees, gets a decrep, so he actually doesn't. And
look, how is he blocking so well? This is insane. It's like running for his life, and right as the TP comes in, he's already blocking with the Alpha Wolf. Notel's so on top of this so far. Seb under the tree though. He might get dove. Nyx Assassin come from the side looking for the stun, and Kuro wanting to dive as well. But Seb is still covering himself in the back corner. He's going to get sent back by the Chen. It's going to cost Notel's life probably, but Seb should get back in time. That was so close.
Great observer to put on the high ground to give them some extra vision here. Banana's rotated in. They're going to see everything in this tree area on the side of Liquid, but unfortunately, they're going to see there's just a few too many heroes here for them to deal with. Thompson turning into a Nyx Assassin for an Impale steal, as Liquid will retreat, at least grabbing some bounty runes on the retreat, getting them 3 out of 4.
Miracle level 8 on the mid lane.
This is just same thing as last game, just constant fighting and ganking.
Yeah.
There was a kill at top while all that was going on as well, I believe.
Yeah, they killed Bloodseeker. Jerix got the last hit. I don't know how that happened. Maybe he had backup from somebody. Maybe like Pugna helped him get the kill before he TP'd originally or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, one of the heroes you TP'd would have had to have been there for it. Mid lane, Miracle looking for the Chen.
He's going to pay for this one for sure.
Yeah. As the Ghost Ship with the Nature's Prophet ultimate is... Does Thompson have a way to kind of respond? Has the Purge from the stadium, but Miracle's just a bit too tanky because of this Ghost Ship. The Coco's Run will be wearing off soon, which means I think Thompson knows he can keep on chasing for this kill, and Miracle is about to start taking some damage. Pushes him back with the stun. The life drain will finish off, and Thompson just in time starts morphing back to strength, gets impaled though, and has over-committed a bit too much for this kill, and Seb may be feeling the same thing as well. Nyx Assassin hunting him. No Carapace means Seb is okay for now. Trying to just juke and jive his way out of this one. GH with the blocks, gets the Vendetta hit, and that'll be a kill here. Anna's now showing up. This constant aggression coming out from both sides. No player resorting to farming here. Jerix shows up now with a dust as well. He wants to bring down Kuro, who's still got a decent chunk of health thanks to the death pack, sitting on about 400 as...
It's got Avalanche.
Anna will be able to hit this Avalanche with a tree toss as well. Gets the last hit, and this time it's Anna. He's now overcommitted. Both sides getting kills, but anytime they do, just getting punished for it. You get a kill, you die. That hero who kills you, they also die. Who's actually farming and hitting creeps? I don't know.
Spent 30 kills at 12 minutes. This is insane. They're definitely, they got to hit the record here. Surely hit the max kills per game challenge. I bet way lower. I was like, oh, there's max 90 kills or something in a game, but I think they're gonna break it this one.
So, you know, the little playstyle, the CIS Dota, I feel like it's kind of spreading. You know, they're growing and have reached over to Europe and said, you guys, you can start playing a bit like us as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun to watch. The only player that's really not getting into it is Mind Control. He's just been kind of sitting in his lane, hitting creeps. Like, thanks for the damage, guys.
Yep.
Killing creeps more rapidly here. Kind of interesting to see the build differences. Seb going for a Aether Lens this game. Last game he was like, what was it? Tranquils into Force Staff. This game wants some more cast range. Kind of cool. Almost picks up level 10. That'll be really important. A health talent for him. That could help him stay alive in some of these fights. No tail hitting 6 could be really impactful as well, but so far his creep micro has been fantastic. Any big items for the Radiant team though?
The Deso of Clinks is 1,300 away. Bloodseeker's on 1,200, so might see, I imagine, a Blade Mail first. A game like this. Like to see Mind Control start using all those thirst stacks to actually come to a few fights. But he's alone kind of once again, and as a result, he's getting gone on. Should be the end of him as...
Tusk really wanted the last hit there, waiting for the moment. Man, it seems like a really bad game to have Bloodseeker though. Like Tiny seems like kind of the solution. He's got so much HP that pure damage doesn't even matter. Like, go ahead, rupture me, man. I really don't care.
Even the Pugno, which the Bloodseeker is now being picked twice against, doesn't feel like he suffers too much. If he doesn't get silenced, he's actually got similarly a lot of burst.
It could just be laning stage stuff though. Like they're just doing a really good job there. That's what's giving them the openings, but. Getting a catch on Morphling here. He's trying to collapse on Miracle, but Miracle using the invis to get out.
It's going to be GH, I believe. A long duration stun from Thompson, followed up by an Impale. Great Morphling plays from him. Could be in some trouble now. He may get silenced off this, and he is going to get a Carapace on the Blood Ride, but he's still silenced, and that means he can't go back to Morphling for one more second. Can he get out? He barely escapes. He was so close to dying there. Thompson out of mana, can't stun anyone. Looks like he's looking for that big duration stun, and he gets it on Miracle now with the bottle charges.
That was so close, man.
That Prophet right click was like halfway to his head.
Especially when the silence ended, and there was like another silence right after it or something like that. That was insane. It's very, very close to getting picked off there.
Mind Control getting a bit too greedy with that Blood Right. Reveals his position, and it's Jerex.
Out of mana, though.
Hunting him down. Pugna, though, he's got plenty of mana to play around with that Aether Lens will easily bring down the Bloodseeker, and he's not done. Seb once more. He gets the Decrypt Blast on the Prophet. Chasing for a bit of more, but realizes he's got to back off. And it's actually GH. Okay. Seb, too far. Once again, we've seen this story play out a few times here. You die for a kill, you get punished, and in come Liquid, but...
Oh, well, by the time he's going to get sent back, he's gone.
He's out of there, and instead, maybe it's Jerex. This time there's no send back. The tree and surround is good from Matu, helping make sure they get that kill, but
not overdone.
Yeah, there's never an end to the action, Kevin. It keeps on going. Here comes Miracle, swooping in with a boat, cleaves through to get another as Thompson pushes him back once again, using these long duration strength stuns, going from strength to agility, constantly flexing his stats and playing this Morphling to its full potential with all the utility.
Okay, buy some time, gets the ward down, more damage.
Seb has a life drain up if he can find a good target for it. It might be Matu on the low ground, but Thompson's been ruptured. Immediate TP, but there's an X to pull him back in. And I don't think Thompson can get out too easily from this one. Seb has a life drain. He's going aggressive, wants to bring down Matu, doesn't quite get the kill though. As Matu, that TP on the Nether Ward didn't quite do enough damage. He got down to about 20 health there.
Well, this makes spectating really easy. The fights are always in the same spot and they just never end. So I just kind of like move a little bit to the left.
Post-laning stage. The laning stage was like 3 kills in 3 different lanes.
Yeah, that's actually true. Very, very busy. Crazy close fights constantly.
Yeah, this is same kind of story as game 1 in a lot of ways. For those of you who missed it, just this active, constant fighting. A lot of kills going back and forth. Neither team pulling very far ahead.
I mean, we got another 10 kills in actually like 5 minutes is what just happened.
Yep.
4 minutes. It's crazy.
And Mid just gets harassed by a Vendetta there. There was a ward planted by the Prophet, but his TP got scouted, so that'll be dewarded very quickly, I can only imagine. Matu, though, Dire Vision, it's kind of in unexpected places. These 2 Dire wards up top are very defensive.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a situation like that, it pays off. It scouts out the Radiant ward, they immediately deward, and they kill the Prophet, so... Why not? I
mean, and their lineup is more defensive. They're against the Clinks. I think it makes a lot of sense. This game's paying off.
Yeah, and it's when against the Clinks, you put these sentries with the Observer wards. Both Observer wards are accompanied by these sentries, so you scout that Clinks anytime he's moving around in that skeleton walk.
So how's our support Prophet doing? He is buying some wards and sentries. He's very close.
Kuro's been scouted out here. Farming some Ancients. He's going to get dusted up and... Caught by a snowball stun. Bloodride going to catch a lot of these heroes if they try and commit for this Kuro kill. He gets the shrine. Can he heal up in time? The Yule Scepter going to throw him up in the air as Pugna gets brought down first, and Miracle here to help bail out Kuro, who was in a good enough position to not get caught by that smoke gank.
Jerex is very close to getting X here, but luckily he's able to stay away. The Tranquil Yule's very fast hero. I feel like they misexecuted a bit there. The decrep actually hurt them. I think they needed to see a walrus punch a little earlier. He was able to get under the shrine, made things hard.
Or I would say even misexecute. They shouldn't have chased that far to begin with. When that smoke pops and they don't get the immediate ice shard block or snowball or Euros, you're diving really far and giving Liquid a chance to like just bring everyone to react.
And it's starting to get in the game though. So Shadow Blade's up, so looking for easy kills if he can find them.
He's been one of the more active players already so far. A lot of these kills have had his name on it. Quite to the same extent as the Pugna. 15 of these 21 kills Seb has been there for.
There's a lot of numbers on the board.
Yeah.
For sure. The only person that doesn't have great stats is Morphling, basically, but his net worth is actually not great either. Having a little trouble, picks up a Dragon Lance first. He's actually sitting very strength morph this game. Surprisingly.
He's going strength for the like stun initiation. Then I mean, if you click him now, it's just like he goes from full strength to full agi in like no time at all. And
very dead hero.
Yeah. Ran into a tough situation there with the rupture. Shadow Blade not quite working how he intended. Jarek's walking out of the blood right here as here comes Thompson from behind. Coming on in with the Morphling, turns into the Nyx Assassin. Carapace is there, and a snowball save as well. Nice defensive plays coming out from OG. Thompson going to turn and fight. Wants mind control. Can he get the kill? He needs one more right click. It's going to come as No-Tail gets the kill for him. On the backside, Clinks was trying to bring down Seb, but instead he gets Decrep the blast. Not going to land, luckily. Well, that would have got him very, very low. The Shrine coming out as well. Jarex gets the ice shards off just before he dies. Seb, he decreps, he dodges Kuro, and now the life drink may just bring down the Clinks. He's alive, 5 HP. Thompson, though, with the creeps. It's actually Chen. No-Tail with a triple kill from the grave. He's finding all these kills. His entire creep army, it's on a sliver of health. It's going to get out of there. No-Tail bails it out. Says, come hither, my creeps. You've done well. You've got me 3 kills.
I mean, he's getting so much work done. He's got 12% movement speed. He's got regen. He's got attack speed aura and a catapult. And even if he goes down, he's just making so much happen.
And Pugna, 3.8k damage in that fight. He was definitely the problem factor that Liquid don't seem to have an answer for. And that was with a Nyx counterpick, this Bloodseeker with his silence. You know, they theoretically draft around Pugna when it's first picked, but even so, Seb is just kiting them around, using this decrep so incredibly well.
Yeah, he is making all the fights hard. And for now, OG will sit defensively, spend a little time farming, get the lanes pushed out. I think the scariest thing in all these long fights is that if there's a Prophet hitting your base at the same time as these fights go on for 20 minutes or however long it's been, he's just going to take your buildings. So they've got to be careful. Make sure that the lanes are pushed out as the game elongates towards the ultra late game where they should have better heroes. Morphling is going to do great late game. Tiny should do well. Pugna should do well. I mean, maybe Clinks and Bloodseeker are a bit scary. Kunkka certainly is, but I think Jarex has been doing a great job mitigating what Miracle can do.
Yeah.
So much so that he built a Heaven's Halberd first. That was his first pickup here, to keep himself alive.
Will these two teams go next? I've got to imagine it's directly at each other's throats. Smoke up from OG. They are playing around this middle lane, perhaps knowing that if they can win a fight, they can secure Roche, and if they don't see anyone, they may secure Roche. They are in the pit. Full Agi Morphling, and Liquid, well, they're ganking Ana. Unfortunately for the Australian, he's had a bit of a rough game 1, and game 2, not quite where game 1 was, but he's now died twice in a row. His immediate pings on the Roshan pit. Miracle, he knows what's going on. He's going to throw out a torrent, scout this one out. Roche is still alive, and Liquid may get here in time to contest this one. OG trying to finish it off. They should just barely be able to get it. The last hit going to go to Thompson, as does the Aegis. Nice play from the Pugna on the north side here. Going to try and focus on Miracle, who does not have the ghost ship. Seb gets caught by a Carapace as well as a Rupture. He's kind of stuck in place. He can't really do a whole lot. He needs to send back, but the saves just aren't there with Tusk Snowball on cooldown. And now they're going to lose one more, it looks like. No-Tail dead as well. And the entire Liquid side may not have been able to stop Roche from going down, but they get themselves a couple extra kills and will probably be pretty happy with where things stand.
It's a little bit of a misread again, right? Ana goes to the bot lane. He barely misses spotting them, their smoke breaking. So his opponents know he's there. He ends up hitting the creep wave to kill it, trying to act normal, but instantly gets ganked by Liquid. And ultimately, it was a bit of a stretch for them to even get the Aegis in the meantime. So
it's one of those moments where the team call is, Ana, show mid so that we can sneak this Roshan. By showing mid, show bottom. By showing bottom, they're more likely to secure Roche. But it's very much like a show bottom, but blink away when they gank you. If they gank you, don't die. Use your blink, use your Shadow Blade. He just, you know, sometimes they outplay you. They cancel those blinks, get that X. If they get that X, you're kind of in trouble. But OG still have this Aegis in hand, so they could look to make something happen. We've seen Topson very aggressive on his morph, not looking to farm that Lincoln Z-Blade. He just wants to fight using his ultimate.
Oh, Seb gonna be in trouble here. He didn't get all of his spells off, just some of them, but Matumba's gonna pay big time.
Yep. Topson though, can he hold his ground against mind control? Sure as hell looks like that is not gonna be a problem for him.
Just a little hard to do the full combo before the Orchid comes out, and no tail maybe? And dodging every projectile as Klinks does.
Gets low-ish, but getting a kill right underneath OG's base and just walking away, that's got to feel good for him.
It's one of those ones you can't really slow down unless you have a hard stun. If Jerax is in the area, sure, you can defend your core, but it's hard. At least until he gets a Blink Dagger or something like that. His mobility is great, but it's not, you can't be everywhere at the same time.
They're pinging, they know GH is here. Vendetta on cooldown. Gets the Carapace out, but there's a Yule Scepter and Jerax, bro.
He likes taking these kills. Yeah. He does every time.
Well, to the fantasy players out there with Jerax in their team, you know, be a bit happy.
He's trying to help you. Let's. How's he doing right now? He's sitting at a 11, number 2 on the board. Very good. Matamba Man, the support Nature's Prophet,
those
currently
wards,
sitting
man.
1.
People with those Matu cards with Obs wards place, you think, oh, it's a good. You've got like that gold with Obs on there. You're really happy right now.
Topson gonna tank some damage as the Morphling or as the Bloodseeker.
It's like, is he really taking damage if he gets to just morph out of there? And yeah, he's full health, so
yep.
Kind of gives you this pseudo extra life if you can take damage in your alternate form and then just morph back. But silence, of course, the one thing you have to worry about. But he's going Manta style as his first major item, which I like a lot against the Bloodright.
Yeah, definitely kind of interesting. Did you see what he did there? He did the hero chat lines of Bloodseeker, and then in response, Mind Control gave him the same ones back. It's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I didn't know you could do that on Morphling.
I had no idea as well.
So trying to take the tier 1 tower on the top lane, definitely a worthy place to spend some time. Nature's Prophet getting picked off by Ana. That's something that I kind of expected to see a little more.
Yeah.
Very easy to kill that hero, especially when he goes Phase Boots, Orchid. His raw HP is very low, so if he ever finds him slow, or low, it should be, or solo, it's easy.
He gets the kill and immediately going a bit greedy for a bounty rune. Will get punished.
Yeah.
I feel like you can even see it there, like Topson, he tips Ana after getting the solo pick off, basically saying like, good job, dude. Like I think they recognize, you know, like Ana, he's not having the best day so far. This is a guy who's been known to have amazing performances and carry OG in the past, but so far what we've seen today has not been his peak.
I would say he's doing better this game as a whole, and he's got a lot of items. I think is pretty clear. I mean, he's peaking net worth here with a Phase Boots, or sorry, with a Blink Dagger and a Shadow Blade. So as long as he keeps buying more carry items, and in the meantime, Jerax is also just hitting creeps constantly. So it's almost got his Blink Dagger finish. He does have his Blink Dagger finish. So it feels like the heroes that need them have the items that they're going to want to take good team fights. And it feels like on Liquid side, they're still kind of catching up here. Miracle just finishing Blink Dagger, queuing up a Daedalus now, but he's got a long way to go. I think he's got a Crystallis on the courier at least, but I mean, it's going to be a while till he does a lot of damage.
Absolutely. Was a recent BKB on Kuro. We'll see if he finds openings to play around this. Often a timing for carries that suddenly changes the game. If you can start taking Roshan, taking towers, but Liquid, despite it, seem content to just keep on playing in their jungle and playing more of a farming game.
Oh, great X there by Miracle to pull himself back, but the Yule's on Jerax. Is it going to be enough? Probably not. Gotta last for a whole 8 seconds or something like that, so... Although the X did get canceled. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? We literally experienced this bug 3 days ago, testing, making a clip. If you X somebody, and then he X's himself, when the first X goes through, the second X actually doesn't pull them back, I believe.
Okay.
So that's why he didn't go back there. But if Topson catches him there, for example, I don't think you can counter X with X all the time.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, yeah.
You can do it with, like, if you get Glimpse, you can X yourself to send yourself back, but if it's 2 X's, the mechanics actually don't function. So we'll see if he figures that out. Very lucky that I happened to encounter that scenario trying to make a video 3 days ago.
Kunkka X's himself to run into, like, cleave down a wave, and the Morphling steals the form to try and X him back. It actually may not work.
It depends on who goes first. If you X him and then instantly X again, like offensively, while he's about to defensively X himself, then I think the defensive one would not trigger correctly. Okay. Another find on Ana here. Yeah. Going to pick up the Prophet. That is just by far the hardest thing, trying to catch up like this.
Yes, and this is definitely a fun hero to be hunting down if you're a tiny. It'll be fairly vulnerable to these rotations. And as the prophet, you often don't want to be with your team in these scenarios.
Jarek's looking for a miracle here.
He could get that's a great shot, but he needs backup. Where is the rest of his team? It's Ana on the high ground, blinks on and over. Buyback immediately from Matu. Great ghost ship, gonna buy some time here from the high ground though. Here comes the rest of Liquid. Impale gonna follow up the Yule Scepter, and it's gonna be Miracle in some trouble on the Kunkka. Thompson wants him, he's stolen the Nyx Assassin form. Can he land some of these spells? Goes back to the Morphling. Thompson, Manta sells himself away, back to the Nyx. Once again, has an Impale in a couple of seconds, but he gets stunned first himself. Carapaces it in some nice fashion here. He's going to stun the GH, and he carapaces it. They're just back and forth. Stun on stun. Thompson gets brought down in the end, and OG get team wiped. And on the high ground is Mind Control.
I mean, it was such a great catch, but he got his boat off. He's got like 2,500 HP and a halberd. It took so much to try to kill him. And then just all of a sudden, Bloodseeker shows up, gets a blood right on everybody. Now the game just got thrown on its head against OG.
Yep. The halberd pickup, it's something I feel like I've seen Miracle do a lot just because all the stats you get from it, it's so amazing. Damage, strength, evasion.
Look at this skill.
Yeah, they're not done yet. The blood raged up Morphling. Thompson trying to hold the high ground here. They've already lost a melee rack, so Thompson has to be very, very careful. He just fought back. If he dies here, he's in so much trouble. He gets stunned immediately. He tried to morph back and then waveform out, but Nyx Assassin was ready for it. The dieback will probably lead to more damage being dealt. They don't go for the mid racks here with the Pugna. May deter that, but they're going to go for the kills. The stun into Bloodright. Seb, oh my god, that damage with the mana burn here. Ana's trying to save the day. He's killed off absolutely nobody yet.
They're so low, though. He can't kill anybody. Everybody has, like, no HP left.
They're outplaying them so hard.
Oh, and Chen wastes his ultimate as well, just respawning now. Man, every fight has just been...
They're going mid. Let's say, why not? There's 3 dead. Morphling just fought back and died once more. What's stopping you?
He's picked up more targets allies, but he's not alive for 50 more seconds, so no double Nether Ward, no double Avalanche Toss. Just the mid-racks is just falling, and it kind of looks like Liquid's just going to close the game out. It looked close.
It's one lost fight into, I mean, the fact you have creeps already on the high ground, and that's why, like, the strengths of heroes like Kunkka and Nature's Prophet is that they shovel lanes out constantly. You win a fight, suddenly, you know, you're at the enemy base.
They're even trolling here. Xing back his allies. Try to keep them around longer, but...
Yep.
It's looking really bad for OGLs. I think one of the things they're really lacking is single target burst damage. Like, Pugna's great there, but there's a lot of things that are interrupting him. Bloodright has felt more impactful, for example. Maybe they can catch this Nature's Prophet here. That would be a nice snag for them. Definitely have some time. Oh, this could cost them. Okay.
There's a BKB, but it's back at base.
Sigil for vision and easy snag. They're getting some kills, but they're having trouble bursting down heroes like Kunkka from full HP. They're having trouble dealing with the Bloodseeker now that he's got BKB. They just don't have enough single target damage. Maybe it's partially Morphling's build, the Dragonlance Manta, but I see why he built it. There's a lot of silence and things, and he needs to get rid of Spirit Vessel, but maybe Burst Heavy would have been better. I'm not quite sure.
GH runs into Ana, but he's just trying to help secure Roche for his team. Has a gem, needs to be careful as Jarek gets in the Roshan pit a little bit too late. The ghost ship with the rupture, both landing on top of Ana's stony head as the
the next level play.